welcome to a Hatha yoga practice. My name is Kate. I am the owner of Empowered Living Company and also one of the yoga instructors, and I'm going to guide you through a 30-minute Hatha practice. If you are doing this from home and you don't have access to yoga equipment, one thing that you can do is grab a folded blanket and or a pillow. Those are just some things that might make your practice a little bit more comfortable. Taking a folded blanket and sitting on it, or taking a couch pillow or a pillow from your bed and sitting on that can help make your practice a lot more comfortable, or actually having to use it as a pillow when we lay down. And so I might guide you into using some of your props throughout the practice. So get creative. It's okay if it's not ideal like it would be in a studio. We are going to start our practice in a comfortable seated position. So if you would like to use a prop, I'm going to sit on my blanket. We'll just gently cross the legs in front of us. We'll start by rolling our shoulders back and down away from our ears. We're going to press our sit bones into our mat, reach the top of our head to the ceiling, create a lot of length in your spine here. If it's comfortable, you can close your eyes or just find a spot in front of you to gaze. Once in this position, we're going to start to just check in with our breath. Take a moment to notice how your inhales and your exhales feel, how they sound. Notice where your breath is going in your body. Take a moment to notice how your body feels today. Take a moment to acknowledge any aches, spots of tension, maybe some soreness. Continue to check in with those areas of the body throughout the practice. You might notice that the tension goes away in different poses, or you find new spots that ache, and that's okay. As you scan the body, take a moment to also notice the areas in the body that are doing well, that are comfortable, feel good, healthy. It can be easy to notice everything that's going wrong. So let's take a moment to notice all the things that are going right. As the breath and the body start to relax, soak in the mind, letting go of the busyness, the unknowns, letting go and setting aside the to-do list, giving yourself this time and space to reset. Hit the refresh button so that you can attack the rest of your day, your week, with new eyes, new perspective, new energy. Keeping that length in the spine, I want you to imagine that you're drawing your shoulder blades together, opening up at the chest. Keeping the shoulder blades drawn close, start to tuck your chin into your chest. Imagining that the back of the neck is lengthening. Keep the shoulder blades close, keep the chest tall. On your next inhale, bring your head back up and center, keeping those shoulder blades drawn together. Start to bring your left ear to your left shoulder. letting gravity take over and keeping the chin up versus tucking the chin in. We want to keep the chin forward like we're looking in a mirror. You can always take that hand, reach it to the opposite shoulder, and just gently press down, especially if you're not feeling a stretch, but be gentle here. On your next inhale, come back to center. Draw the shoulder blades together. And now bring your right ear to your right shoulder, keeping the chin up. That hand, that opposite hand can always reach for the shoulder. On your next inhale, come back to center. Start to walk the hands out. Imagine that you have magnets on the ends of your fingertips, and those magnets are pulling your hands, your arms, to the edges of the room. We're really lengthening, we're still drawing those shoulder blades together. Really reach with those fingertips. You can rotate the thumbs towards the ceiling. You can point the thumbs to the floor. You can reach one ear to one shoulder, keeping the chin up. And switch sides when you're ready. Maybe you want to tuck the chin back into the chest. See what feels good here. See what opens up and stretches through those shoulders, down the arms, maybe even around the elbows. Gently start to bring the arms back down to the sides. Roll the shoulders backwards 3 times. And forward 3 times. We're going to set up for a forward fold. So start to bring the bottoms of the feet together and let the knees go wide. You can scoot your feet really close to your body, or you can scoot your feet out, making a little bit more of a diamond shape with the legs. See what feels the best on your hips and low back. On our inhale, we're going to lengthen our spine, open up the chest. As you exhale, start to find a forward fold. You might move your body a centimeter and you already feel a stretch. That's just fine. Stay here. Or you can walk the hands out, really lengthen. See what feels good. See what your body can do today. Sometimes it just takes a little warming up and easing in, so be gentle. Relax your shoulders, relax the jaw, the back of the neck. Relax the muscles around the eyes and behind the ears. Take some deep breaths and remember that this is your practice. So if you need to take breaks, if you need to move around, if you need to sit up higher, meaning stacking more blankets or pillows underneath you, you can do that. Make sure to listen to your body and take care of what you need. On your next inhale, start to ease your body out of the forward fold. You can give the legs a little movement as you would like. See what feels good. And we're going to meet in table, hands and knees. If you want to continue to use a blanket underneath the knees for some extra cushion, especially if you're not on a soft floor or if you don't have a yoga mat, that's really nice. Once you're in your table, I'm going to take off my sweater so that you guys can see better. Once you're in your table, you want your knees to be just underneath your hips and you want your hands to be just underneath your shoulders. On our inhale, we're going to drop our stomach down towards the mat and we're going to open up our chest to the wall in front of us. As we exhale, we're going to round our spine towards the ceiling and tuck our chin in towards our chest. Inhale, cow pose, drop the stomach down towards the mat, open up at the chest. Exhale, cat, spine to ceiling, tuck the chin in. Take your cat-cows at your own pace. I want you to follow your breath and I want you to let your breath guide your movement. On your next exhale, go ahead and bring the big toes together, let the knees go wide, and send your hips back towards your heels. Walk the hands forward for a child's pose. Take some deep breaths in your child's pose, imagining that your hips are able to sink down towards your heels. It's okay if your hips aren't close. Just imagine and let that low back relax. Let the chest sink down towards your mat. And as your hands walk forward to the top of the mat, also imagine that the shoulders can relax. Keeping your legs as they are, we're going to take our hands and we're going to walk them to the top right corner of the mat. Especially this left arm, we're really going to reach and walk so that we can stretch out the left side of our body. On your next inhale, walk your hands back to the center of your mat. And as you exhale, walk both hands to the top left corner. Again, really reaching with that right arm, create a nice stretch in the right side of your body. On your next inhale, come back to center, walking your hands to the middle of the mat, walking them up as high as you can, letting your forehead rest down. Take 1, maybe 2 more deep breaths in your child's pose. And when you're ready, we'll start to ease our body out. Take your time, take a little movement, maybe straightening out the legs. See what feels good for you here. And we're going to start to make our way onto our back. If you would like to use a folded blanket or anything like that as a pillow while you lay back, you're more than welcome. Make sure that the body can relax. So if you notice that when you lay back you feel lots of tension in the neck or in the shoulders, that's a great time to use the prop because we want to be able to relax our head, our neck, and our shoulders. Once here, we're going to straighten both legs out. Make sure you guys can see me. And we're going to bring our right foot towards the ceiling and just grab on anywhere that's comfortable behind the leg. It's totally okay to have a bend in the knee. Maybe you're feeling more flexible and you can grab higher up on the leg. That's great too. Just make sure you can breathe through it. Once you're here, you can add a little movement. Maybe you want to point and flex your foot. Maybe you want to rock your leg side to side or forward and back. See what feels good. See what creates a nice stretch in the back of the leg. You can also roll out the ankle, wiggle, and stretch out the toes. Start to hug the right knee into the chest. Once here, let the knee rock side to side, or maybe you want to make circles with the knee. Get a little movement in your hip here, switching directions, and just seeing what your range of motion is today. Gently extend and reach that right foot back towards the ceiling, grabbing on behind the leg one more time, seeing if it feels any different this time around. Maybe you can add a little bit more movement. And then we're going to plant our left foot on our mat so that our knee can be up. We're going to take our right ankle and we're going to put it on top of our left knee. We want to push that right knee away from the upper body as much as we can. If you feel a stretch here, stay. If not, take that left leg, hug it into the chest. Taking some deep breaths, making sure that the jaw is relaxed and the eyebrows are relaxed. If you have that left leg hugged into the chest, start to let that left foot come back down onto your mat, keeping your right leg as it is. We're going to set up for a twist. So your arms can just rest comfortably at your sides. Maybe they want to rest on the stomach or overhead, okay? Whatever feels good for your shoulders. We're going to take that right foot and we're going to pretend it's a stamp. And we're going to let that foot stamp down onto the floor. So the knees are tipping to the left. If bringing that foot all the way to the floor is too much and it's too deep of a stretch, take that folded blanket, take a pillow, put it underneath the foot. Let the foot come up just a little bit. A stretch and some discomfort is okay, but if we're having pain, we don't want that. So make sure to prop that foot up if you need to. Relax the toes. Relax the fingertips. Soften the muscles in the back of the neck and around the jaw. On your next inhale, start to bring both of your knees back up into center. You can untwist that right leg and give that right leg a little movement. Straightening it out feels really good. And then we're going to lengthen both legs out long on our mat. We're going to extend our left foot towards the ceiling and grab on it wherever is comfortable behind that leg. Again, it's okay to have a bend in the knee. Add a little movement here. Point and flex your foot. Roll out your ankle, wiggle and stretch out your toes. Rock the leg forward and back or side to side. See what feels good on your body. See what helps lengthen and stretch the back of the leg. Start to hug the left knee into the chest, and then gently let that leg rock side to side or make circles. See what the range of motion is in your left hip. Maybe you're noticing some differences in your left side from your right, and that's okay. Be gentle. Start to extend the left foot back towards the ceiling, grabbing on behind the leg, seeing if the stretch feels a little bit different or better this time around, adding any movement that feels good. And then we're going to plant the right foot so that the knee is up. We're going to take that left knee, take that left ankle, stack it onto the right knee. Push the left knee away from the upper body. If you feel a stretch here, great, stay, or hug the right knee in. If when you hug the right knee in, your head has to lift up, either put a pillow underneath or don't hug that knee in. We don't want to create a lot of tension in the upper body, so make sure you're just paying attention to that, finding the most comfortable position where you can stay relaxed and feel a stretch. you have the right leg hugged in, we're going to plant that right foot back down onto the mat. Left leg stays as it is. We're going to set up for that twist, so see what's comfortable for the arms. And then when you're ready, start to let that foot stamp onto the floor. Both knees fall to the right, or both legs fall to the right. Try and relax both shoulders down onto your mat. It's okay if they pop up a little bit, but do your best to try and keep them both flat. Start to scan the body. Let go of any tension that doesn't need to be. Check in with the jaw. Let the eyebrows melt down towards your ears. Try and relax your feet and your hands, the space in between your shoulder blades and around your hips. It's a great time to just check in with your breath and let your inhales and your exhales be your focal point, helping you relax here just a little bit further. On your next inhale, start to bring both feet, both knees back up and center. You can untwist that left leg, give it a little movement, see what feels good for you. And then we're going to hug both knees into our chest. Give them a good squeeze, let your body rock side to side, massage your low back out on your mat. And grabbing onto each knee, we're going to let the knees go wide, setting up for happy baby. If you feel a stretch in your hips, stay here, or you can grab onto your shins, or you can grab onto your feet. See what feels good for you, and you can continue to add movement here, rocking side to side. Maybe you want to straighten out your legs, or roll out your ankles a little bit more. See what your body needs today. Gently guide both feet back down onto your mat. We're going to lengthen our legs out long, and we're going to reach our arms overhead. Reaching our toes to one wall, our fingertips to the opposite. Take a few deep breaths, creating lots of length in your body. Creating room for all of your organs, space between each vertebrae of the spine. On your next exhale, you'll bring your arms down to your sides, palms facing up, and let your toes roll out for corpse pose. As we prepare for Shavasana, you're more than welcome to cover up with a blanket. Maybe you want to use your pillow or something like that underneath the knees to make your Shavasana the most comfortable and relaxing that it can be. Shavasana is just a closing of a practice. It's a time to rest on your mat and truly be. It's not often in our day that we give ourselves permission to just lay and be with no responsibilities, no expectations. So maybe you like to set a timer, maybe you like to play a song that you use usually for your Shavasana. If Shavasana is completely new to you, it's okay. It might be really hard this first time to do it. It might feel awkward. That's okay. Do your best, let yourself rest here for a few minutes, and then when you're ready, you can get up and conquer the rest of your day. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.